All right. Now, welcome back to episode 5 of the Mowers Podcast. I think it was muted for the first few seconds, but we got it solved. So, yep, today is episode 5. Um, just a good day for some conversation. Nothing too crazy going on in the world. I mean, we got the Super Bowl tomorrow and waste management going on. I would say that those are probably the two biggest things right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the middle here for the first time. Um, Jack Terrace is having a little bit of a rough wake up,
Yeah. Yep.
and sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So hopefully the third host will be back in at some point in this episode, but who knows? We will see. Um, yeah, anything new with you? What'd you do this week? Anything crazy?
Uh, Nothing too crazy. Went to waste management yesterday. I'm going tomorrow as well. Uh, it's just too good of a time to not. Gotta love being here when it goes on. So many people fly out. There were so many people there yesterday.
Oh, really?
That were living in Arizona for the first time ever, just to come to waste management, which is like, I don't know, to me that's crazy, but I mean it is kind of a bucket list golf thing, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think if you can make it out to waste management, it's a super cool thing. I think the sad thing with this weekend is the weather hasn't been the best.
Yeah,
Being in Arizona, we have no complaints about the weather because it's usually always nice. So a few days of rain is kind of a good thing.
yeah, right.
But for everyone who's coming to watch this golf tournament, it's not the best.
It's not the
Not the
best. I
best.
mean, first day on Thursday, it was raining the whole time. I don't even think they could finish. I don't even know. Like, I think the second half of the tee times just didn't even go off on Thursday. And then yesterday, they were going to start really early in the morning to fit everything else in. They had a frost, so they had to delay it because of frost. And so now, today's Saturday. They got to fit more in. Today's more of a dry day outside, so that's good news. And I think Sunday, tomorrow, will be sunny, which is perfect for ending day of golf tournament. Should be a blast.
Yeah, no, tomorrow should be a good day. And I think the PJ just changed their rules to where the cut now is after Saturday.
Yeah.
So I guess for terms of this case, it's a good thing because with a few days of bad conditions, the golfers are out there a little bit longer, and then it's going to make Sunday a very eventful and very fun day. So I guess we'll see how that is tomorrow, and then tomorrow is also the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Big game, big game. Not a fan of it.
Not a fan of it. I mean, the Super Bowl is the Super Bowl. This might be one of the first years though that I'm one of those guys. I'm really just watching for the ads. And I mean, I feel like Super Bowl ads have honestly gotten worse over the years. But I mean, nobody wants to watch one quarterback on one team be so much better than the other quarterback. And I think that's what's going to happen tomorrow.
I agree. No, I think
It's just
that's what some people have been saying. Oh, the Niners are going to win. The Niners this, the Niners that. It's a Super Bowl, and when you look at who's leading both teams, sorry, but Mahomes is just a better candidate for that than Purdy is.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because literally the Niners leader is CMC, right? And I mean, this is his first Super Bowl. He comes from the Carolina Panthers, where winning is not a normal thing. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks great. But I think it'll be hard just for everything to work for them. I feel like the Niners have to play perfect ball to pretty much win. And you could say the same about the Chiefs, but I feel like the Chiefs are just way less mistake prone.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think it'll be too hard for that to happen.
Except for Jack's guy, Kadarius Toney. He's gonna drop a pass.
Yeah, I mean, Kadarius Toney I think he might actually have a good game. I mean, I'd say he's only had one good game in his career, and it was last Super Bowl.
Last Super Bowl. Yeah.
If you play when it matters.
Same with Kelsey. Someone was saying Kittle's going to do really well tomorrow. I mean, he might, but again, we look at the tight end battle. I think Travis Kelsey takes that probably all day long. And even though they got Fred Warner back there as a linebacker guarding him, don't think it helps.
I agree. I think Mahomes, just the connection they have, it's almost unguardable. And even when Kelsey is covered, you have one of those, you have a crazy little third down throw that Mahomes can make, just force it in there. But Mahomes is just so good at making his second and third reads that I wouldn't be surprised if literally every single throw by Mahomes is like a, not like a crazy throw. Like I literally think the Niners are gonna have to really play good secondary ball. They're gonna have to get the hands on the ball, because if you just allow those receivers to catch it, it's over.
It's over.
It's
No,
over.
they're a team full of just speed demons.
Speed demons. I
Speed
mean,
demons.
receiving core is pretty bad, but I mean, you can't have a guy like, you can't treat a guy like MVS like he's a nobody, right?
No, I mean they made it to the Super Bowl somehow.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
whether it's the best receiving core or the worst, they made it there. So that's all that matters. And then another football thing would be the MVP.
Oh, the MVP. Yeah, Lamar just won it.
That's his second one, correct?
Second one, yeah. This one was a lot less deserving than his first one, but I don't really have any complaints. I feel like he was probably the best overall player throughout the whole regular season. But it just, I don't know. MVP award, I don't really care about it, dude. If you don't win in the playoffs, then
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I think McCaffrey won Offensive Player of the Year, which he should have. And then
Myles Garrett?
No, Myles Garrett is defense.
I know. Did he win Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm pretty sure Myles Garrett won it over T.J. Watt, and he shouldn't have.
Yeah, I saw a thing earlier showing their statistics, and T.J. Watt had basically everything Myles Garrett did, but better.
Yeah, I think the one thing about T.J. Watt though is the position he plays a little bit different than Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, if you actually watch those Brown games, he makes the rest of that team damn good. Everybody's double teaming him, triple teaming him, and like you got like these just like, I don't want to say that what's that guy's name? Joh maybe on the Browns. I mean, that guy's a good player, but he just always seems to be at the right place at the right time all the time, and a lot of that's because of Myles Garrett, man.
I saw a stat that he was double teamed. I think it was like 30% of plays, and he had like a 28% quarterback rush average or something.
Pressure rate.
Yeah,
no,
that's
real
ridiculous. Austin, you want to give us a thumbs up or thumbs down on the mics? How are they sounding
how's
right
the
now?
mic?
Are they echoing? Are they clear? Are they cutting out?
Might have to, I don't know, maybe turn mine down a little.
We'll see what he says. Fantastic.
Okay.
Awesome. Good to hear. So I mean, the sports world, and there's not too much going on. We got a little crossword puzzle for later, but I got just a few questions I'm going to bring up, and then we're just going to discuss.
I also have one thing to say. Pistons won 2 straight games. They unfortunately lost this morning. Lost by 6 points to a great Clippers team. But, I mean, if any of you guys pay attention to the trade deadline, I mean, you think the Pistons are bad. Well, they're real bad now, okay? Real bad. But just gotta get dubs, man. I feel like the cool thing about professional sports is I don't care how good your team is talent wise, you're still a professional. You still made it, right? So on any given night you can get buckets.
Yep. And the difference between the Warriors and the Pistons, like, yeah, the Warriors might have a few more superstars, but a superstar versus a normal NBA player, like a team of normal NBA players can still get it done.
Oh, no doubt.
So
yeah, especially in an 82-game regular season. I mean, some games just mean more for some teams than other teams.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree.
All right.
A few other questions. This is a good one. What will civilization look like in on here it says 10,000, but I don't want to go that far. What will civilization look like in, let's say, 250 years? So only a few generations from us, but the reason why I cut it down to so little time is I just feel like
250 is more than a few generations.
Well,
that is some time.
That's some time, but also,
I mean, what was 250 years ago?
So it'd be like 1700s?
I don't know. If I had to make a prediction on how it's going to be in 250 years, the answer is probably there's going to be none. There's going to be nothing. Just because, I mean, if you look at how the whole world is kind of advanced technologically, I think eventually we become too powerful, and humans don't really know how to handle it. we already have a very power-hungry political scheme in the world. You got the U.S. is 247 years old.
So, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That's it. Yeah, we're basically like halfway, right?
Yeah. I think the difference though with the next 250 years is all of it's going to be technological advances.
Yes.
And I think it's exponential.
It is all exponential. You've seen it there really wasn't that much advancement from 1750 to even 1900. That's 150 years, right?
And then over
over the last ever since the 2000s even, the growth that we've had from 2000 to now is more than all of it fucking combined.
Well, even if you look at the last 100 years, just over 100 years ago was the first time we had an automobile.
Yeah.
And before that,
the Model Ts.
Thousands of years, people lived with horses, walking around, like no forms of like, I don't know what you would call it, like engines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now we have supercars, and so in 100 years, that much has changed. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think like a even better question is like, how advanced can we get, do you think, by
the end of our lives?
No, like mid-lives when we're about to have kids, like 2035 or something,
So 15, 20 years from now?
15, 20 years from now, I think even then you're getting close to like
Meet the Robinsons.
I was just about to say like flying cars and stuff. Like you hate to say that, but like it's true. It's great too.
Do you think a Meet the Robinsons situation is going to happen? We're going to have dinosaurs. You think they're going to be able to bring them back?
Wow.
That's an interesting thought.
Wow. Eventually you'd think that some type of science is going to be able to recreate past life, right?
Yeah.
Eventually. Seems like a hard thing to do, but
someone's got to figure it out.
Someone's got to figure it
out. There's too many people on this earth and there's too much time. Someone's going to figure it out.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think's gonna like? How? Because like I really do think. Just in terms of you also got to think of like climate too. I don't want to bring global warming into this, but there might be a chance that everything's going well in life, but our Earth our atmosphere cannot support us anymore too.
Well, but there's already talks now of Elon Musk getting Mars ready for people to live on there. So
that's important. That's why space exploration is that's been a focus ever since the space race, because eventually we're going to have to, venture outward, right? Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah. That makes me wonder then. So hypothetically, aliens are real.
Oh, yeah. Hypothetically, I think most definitely they're real.
Yeah, I would agree. But do you think that their civilizations kind of began like ours did? Like not very technical, very basic, and then over time they evolved, and eventually had space travel and different technologies. Like, do you think that we're just in the beginning stages of what aliens had, or do you think? Because like if aliens are able to go from wherever they live to the Earth or wherever they want to go in space, you don't just you really don't spawn on a planet with a rocket ship there.
True.
So.
Oh, there's a lot of there's just a lot of different what would you call it? Intangibles, I guess you could say. But the first thing is, if there's aliens out there, that obviously means we are aliens too to them.
Technically, yeah.
Obviously to us we're not aliens because we are humans.
Yeah.
But any other, there could be literally on another planet, millions of light years away. There could be. The question is like, I don't know. I do believe in aliens, but I think there's a chance we are the only Homo sapiens, maybe. And I don't think that aliens look like those green guys necessarily, but you have to think that on any other variation, something must have gone different to where they don't come from monkeys, you know what I mean, for instance. And
True.
There's also a chance dude, if there's another Earth that started even 50 years before us, think about it. That basically means they're in 2070 right now. Yeah. They could, that's unbelievable, right? And we have no idea of figuring that out. And you would think that if there were some high next level aliens out there, that they might have already come by to us to, see us and stuff. Because, like, we would love to do that right now, and we do it with satellites and stuff, but there's only so far we've reached,
Yep.
and there's only, it takes time.
Yep.
But it's interesting. I really am. That whole thing always interests me because there's really, I mean, dude, space doesn't end, right?
No, I mean, technically, I can't grasp my head around that. I really can't.
It's just crazy. It's crazy.
That, and then the other thing I can't. Me and Jack were talking about this recently. If aliens are real, which I personally believe that they have to be, just there's too much space for them not to be, and they have hypothetically came to our planet, why would the governments or higher powers in civilization or society try to hide them?
Yeah, I mean, there's literally, you're right. It's literally proven that the government is hiding.
Wow, but like, why? Do they think that? My take on it was, if humans truly knew that aliens were real and that their technology was so much farther advanced, I think it would, I don't know what the term is, but it would basically make us feel so small that like humans would like almost start shutting down.
No, that's fair. Like, I literally think eventually, if we realize that, what we're doing isn't even going to matter because there's a higher power out there that literally has control over us because they're more advanced than us, I think full-on anarchy would form here.
Yeah.
Because what's the point, right?
Or even if like most humans that are alive now won't be alive in 100 years.
Correct.
We might not have technologies like the aliens in 100 years. So it just makes you realize, like, all right, I don't know. I feel like it's
just like everything's pretty much relative, like,
yeah.
That's basically what it is, because like you can't think of Earth as the only thing, right? Like, if you,
No.
let's say, like Elon Musk is, well, I think just this week he actually dropped back down to number 2 richest guys.
Behind who?
Probably Bezos.
Oh.
Because Musk has been selling, man. I mean, Tesla's doing terrible. Tesla's done. I think that's a terrible company, and I think the only reason Tesla succeeded is because it was a new thing that was. Don't get me wrong, I love electric cars, but I think the way that Elon was able to roll it out, how he was able to get those mass-produced cars out there, I mean, that's big time, right? I mean, there's an argument to be said that sometimes you're not successful because of what you do; it's when you do it, right?
Yeah.
And I think Elon did get a nice little boost right there.
Yeah, no, he did hit the
Oh, it's Bernard Arnault, huh? Yeah, no, that guy's a great businessman.
What does he do?
I don't know what his I don't know. Maybe he's a.
Austin, can you
Is he an oil guy? What is he?
Yeah, can you just say where he got his wealth from?
I guess Bezos probably got half his money taken from him.
From his wife.
From his wife. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, wow.
They can't be just Louis Vuitton.
No, I mean, it's probably not just Louis Vuitton. I mean, but if you're the CEO of Louis Vuitton, you're
making money somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably the best designer ever. Yeah. I mean, he's probably not even the guy that actually designed the stuff, but he knew how to build it into a company. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's interesting. I do think, though, there's something weird going on, because I feel like everyone who's like Mark Cuban, everyone's talking about all the weird things he's doing, in terms of like he sold some of his share in the Mavericks.
Yep.
He's eventually going to be off a Shark Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are like it's a conspiracy that there's a bigger reason for this, that he knows something is coming, or I don't know, but it's an interesting thought, though, because I don't think most people don't realize when you have that much wealth, it's just a different level. You have a different amount of knowledge, and I think you get the news before things actually happen.
I agree. I mean, I think another thing, too, is like, Mark Cuban's been working his ass off his whole life, and like, it gets to a point where, you do have to take a step back, You can't really do everything that you were once able to do, and even if you are, maybe you just don't even want to do it anymore.
Well, but like with Mark Cuban, he's obviously taking a step back from some things, but he's also starting I don't know if you've heard about his like pharmacy company.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's
His,
it's a great way to get cheap prescriptions online. I mean, that's big time.
yeah,
That's
no,
actually something that helps the world.
yeah, no, it's very, very good. But like he's doing that, which is helpful for everyone else, and then he steps back from his other things. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I
There's,
mean, if I had to make a conspiracy, I think this is all because he's going to run in 2028. Because he always has, expressed some interest in doing it, and I do think he'd be a great candidate just because he's so smart. I mean, me personally, I don't think that businessmen are necessarily the best presidents, but I think there's one big difference between a guy like Trump and a guy like Cuban, and that is Mark Cuban's completely self-made, started from nothing. He actually earned everything in life. He's an unbelievably hard worker, and I'm not gonna lie. Trump doesn't check a single one of those boxes, dude. He doesn't. He
no,
doesn't, dude.
no.
Is he a rich businessman? Absolutely. Is he a great face of life? That's like a cool poster board guy to have rocking with you, Donald Trump. But does he actually have the intellectual abilities of a guy like Mark Cuban? No, clearly not. I mean, there's a reason.
Yeah. I think the one thing though with the businessmen in politics is some people are always like, "Oh, he's a businessman. He's not a politician." I think the one thing people don't think about is America countries are businesses.
Oh, exactly. Dude,
Everything
politics is business and business is politics.
Yeah.
It is all interlinked.
So as much as some people want to say, "Oh, business people aren't good politicians," when the whole country is run on business, like sometimes having a business minded, or you don't have to be a true businessman, but having somewhat of a business minded person in there is always a
Absolutely.
good thing.
Oh, no
So
doubt about it.
I'm very interested to see. I don't really want to go too deep into politics on here. It's just not a fun thing to talk
No,
about.
yeah, it's really not fun to talk about. I mean, and it's like,
But I'm interested to see where this the next few months of the election goes, because I've heard some rumors that Biden's going to be the #1 nominee. I've heard other things that he's not going to be.
yeah, it's just
It's
weird,
very,
man.
very weird, very, very interesting.
I don't know why, but I feel like also, and I don't know if you guys are kind of on the same wave, but it just seems like these elections are getting worse and worse and worse. Like 2016 was Trump Hillary, you're like, all right, and then 2020 Trump Biden, you're like, oh god, and now if we have another Trump Biden, I mean, that's not what the people want,
No,
really. That's
no.
what sucks.
No, no.
And like I do think that it's tough because I would predict that it will be the lowest voter turnout ever because there's not I think there's an argument if you don't. I always think don't vote for somebody because you hate the other person. I don't like that. If you hate the other person but you don't like the other guy enough to actually like him for what he believes in, I say just don't vote.
Yeah.
Or write somebody else in that you happen to believe in, but like
or something.
independent
Yeah.
or something. But I don't think you should ever necessarily make a decision based off of like it's like those like almost every single political ad. It's never the people talking about what they're like a government ad. They're not talking up themselves. They go blah blah blah. He's killing millions of people. He's taking away money from them for years.
It's just attacking the other person.
It's just all negativity.
Yep.
And basically the way that you win elections is how much of a negative picture can you paint on your opponent. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and there's some truth to it. I mean, if you're a no good person with a no good background, oh yeah, there's going to be some dirt on you that will come out, right? But it's just interesting. I don't like how much hate and polarity there is in politics. Politics should be a way to form a unified system where everybody in a nation can together benefit from it, right?
Yep.
It's meant for us.
And I think it's been the opposite recently.
Yeah,
Each year gets worse.
I think arguably it's just like I think there's just a lot of that power that's when you have those positions, you want to hold on for it as long as you can because like I mean you could argue that being a politician's better than being a businessman because like you are the law pretty much.
Yeah.
You are behind the scenes of everything.
All right, I got a question then. Still politics, but not really. You have to pick two candidates to run for president. It doesn't have to be Republican and Democrat. Two candidates to run against each other. Anyone in the world, try to stay away from politicians.
Are we talking for United States presidency?
Yep.
So these guys are going to be they got to be U.S. born, which is fine. And so basically just some out of the box names that you wouldn't think of running for president.
But you would be like, this person would change America.
You know, I think one name right now I'm going to say, it's crazy. He beat Tom Brady twice. Give me Eli Manning. Not Peyton Manning. I think Eli could do it.
Okay.
I mean, he'd be terrible, but he could run for the president.
It doesn't matter about how good or not. It's who do you think we should put in office?
All
right, so we got
I would love to see Eli on the
I like
ballot.
that. That's a good one.
And it's probably gonna have to be Eli versus maybe like a this is tough. I'm thinking of like maybe like a I want to keep the idea of some youth into it, because I don't believe in voting in any president that's past 70 years old, just because, I mean, do they really have the best intentions for our future? It doesn't matter to them. They're gonna die.
Yeah, their future is not the same as ours.
Their future's not the same as ours. I'd say my second one, I'll probably go with I think I probably will go with like don't clip this either, but I'm not picking no woman. It's just not happening. It's just not who I want to see in an election. Let's go with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Eli Manning versus Billy Ray Cyrus. That would be quite the debates, quite the running.
Yeah, and I actually probably do think that if I had to guess, Eli's going to be the Democrat there. Billy Ray's most definitely the Republican, and I think it'd be cool.
I think that's a good one. Cool. That's a good one. All right, my two candidates. I know my first one, and he is one of my favorite humans in the entire world.
Ooh, I hope you say who.
He is one of my favorite humans in the entire world, and every time I see him, he just makes you smile.
Is he somebody that we are inspired by right now?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess?
I would take a guess right now.
All right.
I'm gonna see if you're thinking of the great Joe Rogan.
That was one of mine,
but that's not the guy.
But not the guy.
Okay.
The guy I was thinking about. He's on. He talks with Joe Rogan every once in a while.
Oh my God, dude! Oh man, I hope you don't. What? Is this guy black?
He is not.
Oh, okay.
He's from the South.
Oh my God, dude! If this guy becomes president or runs for president, he should get every vote in the country. Owen wants Theo Vaughn to run for president.
I love that guy, man. Theo, if you ever roll across these clips, you're the man.
Yeah, we love Theo, man. That guy is literally the definition of loving life, man. Do what you got to do to find enjoyment in your life. Yeah, and he does it.
He does it. It's just awesome. Like, you see his clips, and half of the things he says don't even make sense, but like they make you laugh, they make you smile, and you see him, and I mean, I'm sure he's had his ups and downs, and maybe he might not be the happiest on the inside, but he just makes other people laugh.
Exactly.
And he's a great guy. Same thing as Eli Manning. I don't think he'd be great in office. Like, he might not make all the best decisions, but man, he would definitely unify the country.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing too is also, like, you are going to hire a board and a committee once you get in the office. So, like, all of the big, like, any war, military decision stuff, it's just going to be Theo Vaughn is, like, the top dog that can veto something if he wants. But I think, like, if you look at Theo Vaughn, he is very, I don't know how to say it. He's very genuine, and he actually cares about others. Like, he doesn't care about being this funny guy. What brings him joy is the joy that he brings to others. And I think at a position like the president, that could actually work.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you haven't seen any Theo Vaughn clips, Go onto YouTube, go onto TikTok, search up Theo Von. I promise you'll go into a rabbit hole and you have just found your new favorite comedian, your new favorite. For me, it's my new favorite human of probably all time.
Yeah.
Theo Von is just a great guy.
That's a great first pick.
And then
Who's he going up against?
Who is Theo Von going up against?
Dude, the debates with Theo would be so sick.
So sick. Oh man, who would be good against Theo Von? I don't even know. Like, I don't want to pick another comedian. I feel like that's how to. Maybe like I think I'm leaning towards an actor or probably would be an actor.
Wow. I think I have an actor. If I had to pick an actor, I have one in my head.
Who's yours?
I don't know why, but I'm gonna go with Ryan Gosling.
The guy who played in
Barbie. I think he could definitely get that done.
I'm gonna go with Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
He's not
what's
American,
his name?
is he?
Oh no, what's his
No.
name? Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, he's not American.
Yeah, that guy's definitely a Brit.
He's not American. All right, what about I'll go Adam Sandler.
Oh,
He's a comedian too, but he's an actor as well, and I think he's not too similar to Theo. I think they would have some good debates, but they'd also do a great job running the country. It'd be
I agree.
A very, very united 300 million people in this country.
I really like those
if either
picks.
of those two people made it. Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. So growing up, when you're a kid, obviously, you make some dumb decisions, and you gotta learn from them.
Yep.
And I think everyone's parents,
They all have a different way of
they
doing
all
their
have their
thing,
different
right?
way of doing their thing.
It's a different method to the madness.
Different method to the madness.
Oh man, I just thought
What-
just thinking about back in the day,
What
it's
would
like,
be one of your things where you were like, you were growing up, you said something you shouldn't have, or you did something you shouldn't have, and your parents said, Nate,
oh, all right.
don't do that ever
Yep.
again.
All right. So
And then what was
the
your
first thing,
punishment?
the first thing is my dad was always more of he tried to go with a less confrontational type of parenting style, like just calm it down. Don't, make a big scene out of anything, but the lesson still needs to be learned, right, and
Mhm.
taught. Whereas my mom was just like, what the hell's wrong with you, And so one thing that I just, it's one of the worst things that I could ever hear is whenever I would get in trouble as a kid, my mom, she would call me Nathan, all right, because I go by Nate pretty much. Like I think it was probably first grade when you got the little name in the top left of your paper, I was writing Nathan, and then one day I go Nate, I go Nate, it's shorter, less handwriting for me, and it stuck, right, and I think it's a better name,
Yeah.
but not only would she say Nathan, she'd bring out the middle name too.
Oh.
Nathan Lee,
Oh.
Yeah, no. If Nathan Lee is said, it is not a good thing that has happened,
Yeah.
right? Whenever it was something bad I said, if it's potty mouth or whatever, or just disrespect, my mom's go-to would be the classic soap in your mouth.
Yep.
Is that a good thing to do? Probably not. But I mean, it taught me a lesson,
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is like there was like I could have just ran away and said I don't want soap in my mouth and stuff. But like it got to a point where like when I heard soap in your mouth, I was like, yeah, honestly, I deserve it. I got to do it, right? Like I wouldn't even fight it. I would just get that shit sprayed.
Take your punishment and live with your consequences.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
I would say the same thing for me. Yeah, you said something wrong. Luckily, I didn't have to do gel soap.
Yeah, no gel soap, just foam.
Just foam.
Just foam. That's big
time. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, actually, no. I've gotten some Dawn dish soap for
ooh,
sure.
That's bad.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
But
I mean,
I nowadays people are always like, why would you punish your kids like that? Because when you're a kid, that's the best time for you to make mistakes and learn from them. And everyone's parents have different ways of doing things, but I think nowadays parents are too soft.
I agree. I think parents
We,
are too
we
soft.
got
And
to toughen up our the new kids coming along.
absolutely, and it's just more of like a. There's not a lot of things when you're a really young kid that can really like say, "Oh my God," it's really hard for something to click for you. Like, "Oh, this is right or this is wrong," right? But when you are, again, I don't support uh physical
Yeah, like abusing your children. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
but I do think that is what works the best on young kids, right? And I mean, obviously, you don't want to do anything that is harmful to them
No,
or hurt them. It's not like I'm swallowing the soap.
no,
I mean,
no.
it's nothing like that. But it's enough to like be like, yeah, I actually, because like again, another thing when you're a kid is like you don't really have like anything to look for. Like, not
That's what I was
you
gonna
don't have
say.
any like future or anything. You're just doing the same. You're just having a good time, having a fun time. So really, the only thing that can go wrong for you is is literally getting physically.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
no, it's not like your parents are gonna say, "Give me the keys. You're grounded. You can't go anywhere." Like, all right, I'm 6 years old. I'm not gonna go anywhere anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely think that those are some things that.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever get a wooden spoon?
Yep.
Yeah, no, what wooden
Owen,
spoon?
go to your room, and then you just gotta patiently wait.
Oh, see, that's crazy. My mom would just get the spoon out of the spoon hole and just do it in the kitchen.
No, no. Owen, go to your room. And then
Wow.
you'd sit there and patiently wait, and you hear the footsteps. Boom,
Oh,
boom, boom,
dude.
boom, boom.
Oh, shit.
You'd hear the door handle
Dude,
open.
that's
and you
even
just,
worse. That's even worse.
My parents used to punish my sister by literally they would just say go to your room because she hated being alone.
Wow.
So when she did something wrong, they would punish her
Just,
by
just a little timeout.
yeah, just a little timeout.
Wow.
And I guess I mean for some kids that's what works. So, but I think everything that happened, I don't think I'd be the same person without it.
No, definitely
I
not.
think
I mean,
it was all good.
yeah, no, there's a lot of I just it kind of like it's interesting too because like you gotta find like a good mixture because like the dad is always gonna be a little bit different. Like when you get married, it's not like you guys are the same person, right? You're gonna have your differences, and parenting is a lot of the times it's pretty hard to find a way that you guys can both kind of do what you guys want to do.
Yeah,
For parenting,
yeah. It builds needed character.
it builds needed character, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah. No, I agree. All right, then we'll flip the script. So that was a punishment. I want to say, let's do elementary school first.
Okay.
What is your favorite memory from elementary school?
Oh my god, dude. There's a lot of cool stuff. Favorite memory. Favorite specific memory. That's what I gotta like think about. Like just like a certain day and certain time that I remember.
I think I got one. I would say mine.
I think no, yeah, I think for
Okay.
mine, it was probably just my 5th grade graduation. We had it was like a 1-story elementary school, and it was so cool because we did like a little parade. Like the 5th grade just walked, like our whole class, right? Just walked around the school, and you got all the K through 4 giving you high fives and stuff, and like you're the top dog at the school, right? When you're in 5th grade, and like you knew a good amount of kids the year below, playing flag football with them or something. You might know a couple 3rd graders, and then you see like some kindergartners and 1st graders that are your buddies, like little brothers and stuff, and they're all just like, yeah, yeah, they're going crazy, and it's just like, I don't know, that was like one of those things where I was like, this is pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
this is a good way to kind of commemorate the 5 years that I had gone to that
Yeah.
school for.
No, I agree. That's what I was thinking about. But since you said that, I'll change mine. Um, this is kind of a funny story as well. Halloween.
Oh my God.
I mean, when you're in elementary school, Halloween's always a fun thing because that's when everyone's dressing up. You're trick or treating.
All right, you're bringing up Halloween. So for elementary school, we're gonna do our best memories and then also our worst memories.
Okay.
Because you mentioned Halloween, and I got a great one.
All right. So I would say in the moment, it was maybe not my best memory, but now looking back on it, it's one of my favorite memories. for Halloween, I was trying to think of something to be, and I've always been one of the kids growing up. I wasn't my mom didn't let me watch SpongeBob, so I wasn't
Yeah,
a
no,
big.
my parents thought that SpongeBob for some
Oh
reason.
no!
What happened?
Oh no!
What happened? It shut. It auto turned off. Do you have it plugged in? Oh, yeah, it's on now. Sorry about that. Oh, that can't be good.
All right, there we go. Now we're back. Um, Halloween. What? It did it again.
Why is it
All
closing?
right, bear with us, guys. We gotta see if we can fix this mic or the camera.
All right. I'm gonna have to get a little bit of water in me while we're off camera.
Let's see here. Why is this happening? What? Just go tell them that we're trying to work on it.
Yep. We are really trying to work on this. Oh, it's back. It's back.
No, but it says,
I just look so.
battery is
I look.
exhausted.
Battery's exhausted.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Tell them we got technical difficulties and we will be right.
We will be right back. We got technical difficulties. Owen's really trying his best to, do this in a fashionably fast time. He's just so good with this technology stuff,
You know what we're gonna do? Let's watch this. Just going to.
Can we webcam it?
Yep.
Oh, good idea. That's good for now. You want FaceTime camera? There we go.
Oh, there we are.
This will work.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Oh no.
all right. So there we go. Now we're back. All right, you guys can all hear us, see us. Everything should be good. I'll get that camera fixed so that next time we don't have any issues. So it's going to be a little bit of a weird angle right now, but it doesn't look too bad.
Doesn't look terrible.
Yeah, no, I think it's okay. All right, back to what we were talking about. We were on Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, so
You were talking about how you weren't.
I was looking for my Halloween
You're
costume.
looking for your costume, yeah.
And yeah, like I was saying, my mom never let me watch SpongeBob, so I wasn't a. Basically, moral of the story: when I was growing up, a lot of the shows I watched was Discovery Channel, History Channel.
Did you watch Caillou?
I watched Caillou when I was younger, but I'm talking about like elementary school, middle school.
Okay.
I was into like there was a show called Whale Wars. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but it's a great show. Go check that out. And one of the things I liked was Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin, who's that?
So he was one of the first ever. I don't know if necessarily the first ever, one of the best at the beginning stages, actors in silent movies.
Oh, I know who Charlie Chaplin is. I learned about him in my film is lit class.
Yep.
He like did like circuses and stuff.
He did come full movies and in black and white, no audio, and he was one of the big first time like soundless actor people.
Yeah.
And I was a fan of him, and for some reason I was like, you know what, it'd be a really good idea to be Charlie Chaplin for Halloween.
Wait, what age was this?
Oh man, This
Dude,
was
that's
fifth grade.
dude, that's crazy. I've
This was fifth
I've
grade.
never heard of an elementary schooler who knows who Charlie Chaplin is.
So
So
so we
that's
walk
great.
in. So you know how like when it's Halloween, everyone comes in and there's a Halloween party. So everyone's dressed up and you get to see what everyone's wearing. I mean, everyone else has normal costumes on. They got cheerleading outfits. They got funny blow up things. And then I walk in there, and I was pretty much just wearing like a suit, black and white, with like a top
You have a
hat.
little mustache.
I had a little mustache. And then
Oh,
the best part was my grandpa took basically like a pool noodle and bent it into like a cane shape, and then taped it in duct tape, black like electrical tape, or whatever. So the whole thing was black.
and you're just walking around with a little cane.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I come
that's
into fifth
cool.
grade as Charlie Chaplin, and I got my foam cane with me and
Dude,
everything.
that's
And
crazy.
everyone's like, "Oh, what are you?
Who
What
are you? Who
What
are you?
I'm Charlie Chaplin. You don't know who that is?"
They go, who?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, dude. Good for you, man.
So-
Charlie Chaplin.
In the moment, like, obviously in the moment, it's a little bit embarrassing because as a fifth grader, you walk in there and you have to explain it every time.
Yeah, right. Oh,
And
yeah.
so I think for a few years after that, I was always embarrassed by it. And I was always like, why was I Charlie Chaplin? But then now that I look back on it, I'm like, man, I'm really glad.
Dude,
I
you
did
were
that.
ahead of your
Like,
time.
That's just an
You were
awesome
just
thing.
you're just a cultured person.
Yeah. So that,
Like
that was probably my favorite memory.
I had
from-
no idea who Charlie Chaplin was, and he literally is. He's a goat in the film industry.
yeah.
I didn't know who he was till my senior year of high
Yeah.
school, and that's a bad thing.
You know what?
You should know who Charlie Chaplin is.
You think it's a coincidence that I was Charlie Chaplin for fifth grade, and now I'm 20 or 20 years old, and
Oh, you're
I'm doing digital cinematography is my degree, and literally one of my first month or two of classes, I had to do a whole study on talkless movies. Yeah. So I didn't think about that till now, but that's just a funny coincidence. Maybe there was a
that's pretty, dude. That's a great story
that's-
right there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because I also have a little tangent. I feel like honestly, my favorite days in elementary school were Halloween day
Mhm.
because everybody's dressed up and your teachers would do cool little events. Like you'd have like a little like box where you can't see inside of it. You got to reach. You're digging into brains and
Yep.
stuff. It was just like fun and,
Yeah.
and like there was no schoolwork that was done on Halloween ever.
No.
And then you get let off of school. You chill for about 2 hours and bang, you're let off in your neighborhood. I mean, it's
Yep.
just electric. And so my least favorite elementary memory, but it's real memorable. It was my first time ever at Cedar Point.
Mm.
I want to say I was probably in second or third grade. But I remember we went during Halloween weekend, right? So they, Cedar Point's got a bunch of spooky little attractions. Like the little mirror mazes you
Oh,
got
yeah.
and stuff. They had a bunch of cool stuff, and God, I don't know why, but for some reason I had a Mark Sanchez Jets jersey, and I don't like the Jets. I hate the Jets.
Do you like Mark Sanchez?
Yeah, Mark
Oh,
Mark
okay.
Sanchez is sick. Or actually, no, it wasn't Mark Sanchez. I'm completely wrong. It was a Brett Favre jersey
From the Jets?
from the Jets. He only played there for like 2 years. But I remember getting the Brett Favre jersey because Brett Favre was previously a Packers
Yeah.
and Vikings player, and I was like, wow, dude, he's on the Jets now. So I had this. It was the green and white jersey, number 4, I think, Brett Favre, and I was just like, I don't know what we were doing. But we were in line for some weird little attraction. And the cool thing about Cedar Point is they hire all these people to dress up and stuff and go around and spook the little kids. It's awesome. But God, this was bad. This was a little bit of that schoolyard football getting into me. But this lady came up. I think she was acting as like an evil witch. She goes up to me. I'm standing next to my dad. She's trying to scare me and stuff. And I'm like, come on, I'm not scared of you. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. And then for whatever reason, and this is definitely something that I do not recommend ever doing. It's real disrespectful, and I learned it was disrespectful about 2 seconds after I did it. But I had never ever thought of spitting. I spat on her shoes. I spat on her shoes, okay? And this lady was just doing her job, right? And she was just trying to make a good memory with a kid, you know? I spat on her shoes. And my dad just immediately had to he had to say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." You know, like that's just unbelievable. And then I just got the whole rundown on how it is just unacceptable to spit on somebody, right? And I had no, I was like, wait, I didn't know it was that bad. Like I was like, you know, you look at your dad and I'm like I didn't know, I didn't know it was that bad, dude. But yeah, no, I mean that's that was like the first time I ever spit in the direction of somebody, and it's the last time. I mean, you know, if I was Max Crosby or something, that'd be a different story. But
Yeah.
that's just something
Yeah.
that sticks with you, you know.
Yeah, I know. You learn from it.
Oh
You
yeah,
do. Oh, that's hilarious. That was your least favorite memory?
yeah. I mean,
Or now
no,
looking back on it, it's like just a good memory.
it's a good
Yeah.
memory, but like it was a negative memory because I
Yeah.
did do a bad thing.
Yeah. One more negative quick memory from elementary school, then you want to jump into this crossword, see if we can knock that
Yeah,
out.
let's do that.
Um, uh, in 5th grade, you you have a chance to be like a safety student, where you like at the end of the day you hold up the signs by the
Oh yeah.
buses,
Oh,
you go
absolutely.
help walk like the kindergartners to their bus, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, in Michigan, in the winter, there's obviously snow out, and so we're out there like getting ready to stand by the buses, hold their signs. You have your cross
Yeah.
satch
Oh yeah. No, we
on,
did the same thing.
and I think I don't know if we were having a snowball fight or what, but I just remember turning around, and as I turned around, just it wasn't even snow. It was this big ball of just ice comes by and boom, hits me right in the face. I get a bloody nose. And
Wow, and there's some punk that threw it at you.
yeah, I mean
Oh
it was
my.
probably the safety from the bus behind me. Yeah. No, it
Oh.
was one of the kids who was like out there as a safety with me.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
I thought it was like the actual little kids that were going
No,
on
no,
the.
no, no.
What?
Yeah,
It was like the fifth graders that were fighting.
yeah, it was like I was a 5th grader. I was like getting ready to hold my sign, and then the 5th grader at the bus behind me was getting ready to hold his sign,
And he threw a
and he
chunk of ice at
threw
you.
a snowball at me. But at this point, like when
Oh
it's
yeah.
like it's fresh snow, and then after a few days it like melts a little bit
Oh,
and
yeah.
hardens, and then you pick it up and it's just like slushy ice. He just chucked a big old slush ball at me,
That's
and
crazy.
right as I turned around, and boom.
That's brutal.
So that was one day I couldn't hold my sign. But do you remember how your buses were? Because I don't remember. I think in Michigan they were by numbers, but in Florida they were all by animals. So like me and
Oh.
Jack rode the leopard bus,
Oh no.
and then there was like a cheetah bus. There was a elephant. There was a
No.
you don't remember?
No, I mean we didn't do that. We did numbers just like middle school and high school does numbers. Just
Yeah.
because I think, you know, still the same school district, right? So I don't even think our buses said our elementary school on it. I
Mm.
think it said our public school district
Oh
on
yeah,
it. So
that
like
makes sense.
they were, but obviously elementary gets let out at like what 4 o'clock. So all the high school kids would have already taken the bus back, and then I think for the second trip it'd be us. So like
Yeah.
we weren't riding with high school
No.
kids, you know.
Yeah, that makes
Just like
sense.
even middle school is separated from high school.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's jump into this.
Yeah, we got a little crossword to do.
We're gonna be nice and close to you guys. I think that this is gonna be it. All right, I'm pretty sure you guys should be able to see that. Let me get this overlay going. There we are. All right, cool. So let's see here. What is nope NBC's rival? ABC?
Yeah, I mean,
CBC?
I say we would not start with that because it can be ABC,
Okay.
Fox, or CBS.
All right.
All 3 letters.
I'm guessing arts and crafts.
Yep, that is easy arts and crafts.
Deer.
Is it deer or cross?
Yeah.
What, veal?
Okay.
No, it's not. Buck? Skip that one.
Not healthy. Ill. Oh, I think if it. Okay. If it's wrong, I think it gives you the letters.
Okay, so it's ABC.
So we can try it. So stolen goods. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Green citrus fruit. Lime.
Kiwi. Oh yeah, lime.
Is kiwi citrus?
No, it's not.
Hollywood's out west? No. Hollywood's.
I couldn't tell you on that.
Something garden. That's a long one.
Vegetable.
You might actually, right?
No.
Wears away gradually. Oh man, these are tough.
These are tough. But the great thing about crosswords is we'll be able to fill in blanks.
A salesperson briefly.
A rep?
Oh yeah, probably. Good call.
Nice,
Good
nice.
pull. The act of leaving.
Does it only go to where that 22 starts?
No, it goes all the way to the black.
Really?
To the black one.
Oh, okay.
The act of leaving. Exiting.
That's what I was thinking, but I think it's one extra letter.
Siesta. A nap.
That's what siesta means?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, like when you go to, if you go to Italy or Spain or whatever, you'll go to like a restaurant or a cafe, and it'll say they'll be open from 8 a.m. till noon, and then from 2 until 6. They literally take a 2-hour break for their siesta.
Okay,
Yeah.
which could be a lunch break. It could be whatever they want.
But it's an actual thing. But yeah, siesta's nap.
Poker steaks. That's gonna be chips, I think. Damn.
Poker steaks. Money? Hands? No. Poker steaks. Loose feathers. Or lose feathers? Lose feathers? Shed?
Try that. No, shed's for fur.
Tennis. What is that?
What is a sampras?
I don't know. Regret.
God. What's a good synonym for regret?
Sailing. Boat? I don't know. What is sailing? It's just sailing?
Yeah, like that's the thing is like they're so much easier when they're filling the blank. Corn units? Kernels? No.
It's
a corn unit. Huh. Leaving's departing. I like that.
Oh, ears.
For what? Oh, ears of corn.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Wow.
Departure. Yup.
Turn aside.
I was gonna say rotate,
Flip.
but no.
Turn aside. These are tough. One day.
At a time?
Yep. Ease. Total amount.
Some or all, yeah.
Teetered. Teetered. I tried balance, doesn't work. Surpassed. Silence.
Silence.
3 letters.
Wow. I'd say we go for some downs.
Let's quickly salon treatment.
Spas.
Fine spray. What is fine spray?
I don't know what a fine spray is.
Intense rage.
Intense rage. I
Three
mean,
letters? Come on, this can't be. I'm so bad with words. Intense rage. 3 letters. Like anger.
it's not gonna be called. It's not gonna be mad.
All right, we got afternoon affairs.
Huh.
Picnic intruders. Birds. Ants.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
great.
A mule's kin.
Don't know the name of that.
Wow.
Wow.
An ass.
All right, one down.
Pointed a gun.
Aimed.
Trumpet sound. Blair.
Nice.
An ancient Egyptian
Oh,
Cleopatra.
yeah. Nice.
Copenhagen natives. Danes.
Yeah. Didn't know that's what they were called. Danes. I thought they were just. Yeah. Wow.
See if I can move this mic to be a little bit better.
You want to rip the Albert in there? Oh, we got a road. Nice.
Oh, to where away is to.
Erode, yeah. Wait, but it says it's not right. Oh, S. Yeah, okay.
Men's mate.
A hen's mate.
Oh, a rooster.
Rooster, yeah. We won? What was 13? Oh, stolen goods. I
is
like
loot.
that.
So
What's 6 down? We won? Oh, we won. Try another O in there? No. Toe?
I guess this is
Oh, okay.
Beetle, Ringo, Stir. It has to be a vowel, right?
No. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Pretty much does. Store? Star.
With 2 R's? Beetle, Ringo, Star.
Oh. Yeah, those are Beatle names.
Oh.
Ringo Starr.
Born.
Botanical.
Ickle.
Nice.
Slide. Slip. Spasm.
Tick. Nice. Medium group.
Hair goo.
Gel.
All right, so then this
Oh,
is
stag.
Stag. AMA.
AMA, yes, yeah, I don't know what that is.
A green vegetable, a pea. Eat. Ordinary. Or poker stakes. Oh, the ante.
Ante.
What is it, 2 E's?
Antes.
Usual. The highest mountain. Everest.
What is rue? 30 across.
Regret.
Wow, I've never heard that. It's pretty cool.
Looking for something past. Could tell you. The tavern order. An ale.
Nice.
A school GP.
School group project.
Oh,
No.
I don't know. I thought you actually knew what that was. Select victory letter.
Dub.
No.
Oh, shit.
What's a victory letter?
A victory letter makes no sense.
An era?
Nice.
Weapons. Is it arms?
Nice.
Key near control. Option command. Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, alt.
It's not on the Mac.
Yeah.
A Peruvian animal.
Llama?
Wow. A family.
Kin.
Incidents. To turn aside. A veil.
No.
How do you spell a veil? I don't know, but I found another letter somehow. Incidents.
You want to try events for 35 down?
Oh. Oh yeah, good call. Tears or rips. Margins.
Go back to 43 across.
43 across.
Surpassed? Overtaken?
Yep.
Salon treatment. What the hell is this? Oh, God.
Afternoon affairs.
Oh, what's 43 down? Select. Opt, yeah. Tease. T.
Oh. What? Oh, a victory letter is a V?
Oh, V.
Is a VEE actually a thing, or is it just saying a V for a victory letter?
No. VEE is how you pronounce the letter V.
Well, yeah.
Or how you spell the letter V.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
In terms of pronunciation. That's just how crosswords do it. Mary Antoinette. No, it's not quite. Try an I right there. Marie Antoinette.
That's a good poll.
That's what it is.
To turn aside is to avert.
Yeah, there it is.
Alleviate.
Yes, sir.
Teetered.
Reeled? No fucking way.
Wow. What a good guess. Silence.
Longing for something past. Nostalgic? Yeah. No, nostalgia. Nostalgia. Nice.
And then we got silence or IRS is not.
IRS, intense rage. I love that.
Margins is going to be edges, right?
Nice.
Silence, gag?
Sure. I've never heard of ire.
Me neither. All right. We got two more, I think. Sailing a sea. Like, see, I would just never think of that.
Yeah.
And then we can go here.
A school GP.
Oh.
Oh.
Teacher, PTA?
PTA, Parent Teacher Association. Wow. There it is. So what was the last word? Molt? To lose feathers?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. I've never heard of that either. That's
Yep.
pretty. That was a fun one. That was great.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right. I think that's maybe a vert for the crossing. Yep, that was it. Events. Yep, that was it.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to avert from this podcast, right?
We are averting from the mowers, and yeah, I think that's going to be the end of the episode today. Thank you guys for.
Thank you for watching, Austin. Thank you.
No, we appreciate it. We do. We'll get something set up for you so you can get some rewards for sitting here and watching.
Oh
us
yeah,
this
give
whole
him
time.
give him the free Twitch Prime. Come on.
All right.
Come
We'll
on,
give
come
him
on.
something. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the technical difficulties with the camera, but I think this looks like it's looking pretty well. So
Good enough.
and hopefully the mics.
Hopefully mics were good. Probably easier to have good quality mics with just two people talking.
Yeah, Austin, how are the mics today? Very good.
Very good.
Awesome.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, really good to hear. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys share to your friends, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all of our social medias, and let us know what you want to see in future episodes. And then we'll be back next weekend.
Next weekend. Enjoy your guys' weekend.
Yep. Thank you for riding with the Mowers.